Do you ever feel like you're playing a game where someone else knows all the rules? You work hard, you save what you can, but financial freedom still feels like a distant dream. What if I told you that the wealthy aren't just playing the game better, they're playing a completely different game altogether? They're not just earning more, they're thinking differently. And today, we're pulling back the curtain. These are the secrets millionaires live by, the ones they rarely talk about that fundamentally change how you build wealth. Part 1. The Mindset Gap. Before we talk about a single investment, we have to start here. Because wealth isn't built in a bank account, it's built between your ears. The first and most crucial secret is that millionaires value time over money. For most people, the equation is simple. Trade hours for dollars. But the wealthy see time as their most precious, non-renewable asset. They are obsessed with buying it back. Think about it this way. Let's say your time is worth $50 an hour. If you can pay someone $20 to mow your lawn, a task that would take you an hour, you haven't lost $20, you've just bought an hour of your life back for a bargain. You can use that hour to earn another $50, spend it with your family, or learn a skill that will make your time even more valuable in the future. They aren't being lazy, they are being strategic. They buy back their life 1 hour at a time. The second mind-bending secret is that they cultivate an abundance mindset. Our society often operates from a scarcity mindset. It teaches us there's a limited pie and you have to fight for your slice. If someone else wins, you lose. The wealthy reject this entirely. They operate from a place of abundance, believing that the pie is not fixed. In fact, they believe they can learn how to bake more pies. They see opportunity everywhere. Instead of asking, how can I get my piece? They ask, how can I create more value for everyone so we all get a bigger piece? This shift is profound. It moves you from a consumer to a creator. Your internal monologue changes from, I can't afford that, to a powerful question, what value can I create to make that a reality? And the third mindset pillar is they take extreme ownership. It is incredibly easy to blame the economy, the government, your boss, or bad luck for your financial situation. This is the victim mindset. Millionaires, on the other hand, operate from the victor mindset. They believe they are the captain of their ship and they are responsible for where it goes, storms and all. When the stock market dips, the victim panics and blames the market. The victor asks, what did I miss in my analysis? Is this a buying opportunity? How can I adjust my strategy to be stronger for the next downturn? They own their decisions, their mistakes, and their successes. That ownership gives them the power to change their circumstances. Part 2. The understated lifestyle. Now, let's talk about what wealth actually looks like, because Instagram has it all wrong. The fourth secret, and one you can see if you look closely, is that flashy is often a facade. We're conditioned to believe wealth looks like a new Lamborghini and a Rolex. But that's not wealth, that's just spending. The author Thomas Stanley, who studied millionaires for decades, found that most of them live in modest neighborhoods, drive used cars, and avoid designer brands. This is often called stealth wealth. They understand that every dollar spent on a depreciating luxury item is a dollar that can't be put to work in an investment that grows. True wealth is what you don't see. The stock portfolio, the real estate holdings, the businesses. It's the freedom, not the fancy car. They're playing chess, not checkers. They're focused on the long-term win of financial independence, not the short-term look of success. Building on that, the fifth secret is that they prioritize value over price. This might sound contradictory, but it's not. Being frugal isn't about buying the cheapest thing possible. It's about getting the best long-term value. A millionaire won't hesitate to spend $200 on a pair of high-quality work boots that will last 10 years because they know it's smarter than buying a $40 pair that needs to be replaced every year. They'll invest in a high-quality mattress because they know good sleep improves their decision-making and health, which has a massive financial return. Before they buy something, they ask a simple question. Is the long-term return in time saved, money earned, or peace of mind greater than the initial cost? They spend money as a strategic tool, not an emotional reaction. Part 3. The unconventional strategies. All right, let's move beyond mindset and lifestyle into the tactical strategies that supercharge their wealth. Secret number 6. They use smart debt to their advantage. We're all taught that debt is a 4-letter word, and it is for high-interest consumer debt like credit cards. That's bad debt. But the wealthy understand there's another kind. Good debt. Good debt is when you borrow money to acquire an asset that is likely to appreciate in value or generate income. The classic example is real estate. They might borrow money from a bank at a 5% interest rate to buy a rental property that generates an 8% cash return. That 3% difference is profit created using someone else's money. This is called leverage, and it's one of the fastest ways to build wealth, allowing you to control a large asset with a small amount of your own capital. Now, a word of caution. This requires education and careful calculation, but understanding that not all debt is evil is a key differentiator. And for a truly next-level concept, secret number 7 is that they seek infinite returns. Most investors are happy with a 10 or 20% return. The super rich play a different game. They aim to get their original investment back while still holding the asset. Let's stick with the real estate example. Imagine you buy a property for $100,000 using a $20,000 down payment. Over a few years, you use the rental income to pay down the loan, and the property's value appreciates to $150,000. You can then go to the bank and do a cash-out refinance, pulling out your original $20,000. Now here's the magic. You have your initial capital back in your pocket to go invest in another property. But you still own the original asset, and it's still producing cash flow every single month. Your return on that original $20,000 is now technically infinite because you have zero of your own money left in the deal. This is how fortunes are built. Part 4. The money myths they ignore. Finally, to adopt their playbook, you have to unlearn the bad advice most people accept as gospel. Here are 2 myths millionaires completely ignore. The first myth is you have to pay off all your debt before you can start investing. This sounds responsible, but it can be a devastating financial mistake. Let's imagine 2 runners in a race to retirement. Runner A spends 10 years meticulously paying off a 4% student loan. Only then do they start investing. Runner B pays the minimum on that same loan while simultaneously investing in a simple S&P 500 index fund, which historically averages around 10% per year. Who wins the race? It's not even close. Runner B's money has had a decade-long head start to compound and grow. The power of compound interest is the most powerful force in finance, and waiting to use it is a massive opportunity cost. The second myth they ignore is that renting is just throwing money away. This is one of the most sacred cows in personal finance, but it's not always true. Home ownership comes with huge, often hidden costs. Property taxes, insurance, maintenance, major repairs, HOA fees. It's like a phantom rent you pay to yourself. Millionaires do the math. They calculate whether the money they would sink into a down payment and all those ownership costs could generate a better return if invested in the market instead. Sometimes renting a modest place and investing the difference aggressively can make you far wealthier in the long run. It's not an emotional decision, it's a mathematical one. So there you have it. It's not about get-rich-quick schemes. It's a fundamental shift in mindset, lifestyle, and strategy. Building wealth isn't about earning more. It's about thinking differently. I want you to pick just one of these secrets, the one that resonated with you the most, and think about how you can start applying it to your own life today. What's that one secret for you? Let me know in the comments below, and if this opened your eyes, make sure to subscribe for more insights into the playbook of the wealthy.